Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, two dope dads would like to present to you the tag team champions of the world. It's your man Qualified, aka the Dirty Daddy, aka Dr. Footlover, aka the Black American Dream, aka Mr. Black Future, aka Mr. AKA, and right next to me we got my man
Def. You know what it is, aka Mr. Long Style, aka the Marvelous, Mongolian, Marcellus Wallace.
Yes.
Do I look like a bitch?
Not at all, sir.
Facts.
We're here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We are here.
That's what's happening.
Playing musical chairs again.
Yeah, man. You know,
because I think the last time Eddie was out, didn't I sit on that side?
Probably. You did.
I'm
actually.
super confused.
Yeah. But you still did the clap.
I did. This is weird.
But, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, yeah, what'd you get into this weekend, man?
Yo, I took off. You know,
yeah?
like every time you ask this, I'm busy working or I'm editing videos.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I actually took off. It's coming into summertime now, so I actually really need to spend time pruning my plants. Taking care of the little bonsai trees. Getting shit ready for winter and then spring.
Yeah.
So two main seasons for me is really spring and then summer.
Winter, spring, summer, and fall.
Yeah, not much goes on during
All you gotta
fall.
do is call. I don't know
Wow.
the words after that. So.
Damn. Nah, so I took off with the intention of just taking time to take care of my plants. Have some projects that I need to tend to. I finally repotted my grandma's. She had a jade plant. And this motherfucker was big. It was like, if this is the ground, it was like this tall. But the fucker was growing wild on one side, and it looked like it had been dropped on the other side because the shit was broken.
Okay.
And the thing hadn't been repotted in at least like 10, maybe even 20 years. Because the dirt was like cement. The shit was just hard. And I haven't seen anything grow on it. Like, it was still alive, but I haven't seen new growth since I've been here. And I've been watering it, taking care of it. So... repotted it, put it in one of my grandma's old vases, and chopped it back to kind of like let it kind of start new.
Yeah.
Got some good style in it. I think it's got some potential to be a nice bonsai. It's just dope. Can kind of salvage my grandma's tree.
There you go.
Yeah. And then went to one of them vintage collectible shows they had this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I go whenever I can, but they have it every year. This year was just small, so
What'd they have?
it's all like vintage sellers. So people sell like old clothes, like aloha shirts, muumuus, books. Like there's a lady there selling old collectible books, like toys. There's a toy vendor, and then like the sports cards, stuff like that. But I really go for vinyl records.
Okay.
Like that's my shit. You know what I mean? And then, like, people, I feel like there's levels to this shit, like how I dip and dabble with a lot of collectibles. So I understand, like, what the shit means as far as something being rare, collectible.
Right.
When I apply that knowledge to records, not every record enthusiast understands that portion of it. It's just kind of a record is a record. So I can go in there, look at some shit, look it up, know what I'm looking for, and cop some deals sometimes, or just buy shit that I want to listen to. So
Okay.
but they didn't have much. There was like two guys selling records. One was a dedicated record seller, and I've bought from them before, so that was cool catching up with them. The other was just a random guy. He had like all kinds of random crap, and he had the little bin on the side.
Random man with the random bin.
Yeah, pretty much. But I got some Buddy Holly from him and Nat King Cole, and it was like the full album type shit, not the Well, I think the Buddy Holly was a compilation, but I don't see Buddy Holly out in the wild, so not in Hawaii. So
I was about to start singing Buddy Holly, but then I realized that it wasn't actually Buddy Holly. It was the song Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
by Weezer.
that's what
So
I was.
I didn't.
As
So
soon
I
as you
didn't.
said that, I knew which Yeah, no, it's cool. So anytime I get to spend outside with my trees, listening to music, and then like picking up more music to listen to outside with my
Random
trees.
Side note: as an indie wrestler, I feel like coming out to Buddy Holly by Weezer would be really cool, like at an indie show.
Yeah.
It's because like guaranteed at an indie wrestling show, most of the crowd is gonna know exactly what that song is as soon as it comes on.
Yeah.
And then if you can get them to sing on the "Ooh, ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly," like
Yeah.
that's gonna be so much fun.
What's their name gonna be?
I mean, the wrestler would have to be Buddy Holly, or
But if the song is "I look just like Buddy Holly," why would his name be Buddy Holly?
or like Eddie Holly. Oh. But I look just like Buddy Holly.
It should just be Buddy.
Or like it doesn't even, or the song doesn't even have to have anything to do with his character. It can just be a fun song to sing along to.
Oh, I like that better.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm overthinking it.
yeah.
Usually happens that way.
Uh,
Anyway, what did you do this weekend, man?
worked
You worked
all weekend.
delivering babies and shit.
I did not deliver anything.
Oh,
Well, I actually did do a lot of deliveries, just not of babies. Deliveries.
male?
No, like, I really don't know what it is. I don't ask them. I just take it to the lab.
Oh, yo, shit, yo,
Yeah.
you're like a scientist. You got special clearance and shit.
Yeah, man, G14 class.
You trying to? You get your lab coat yet?
Not yet,
Damn.
but I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I got the glasses though.
Yo, that's why you fitting in, man.
Boom.
It's like you got the scrubs on, you put the glasses on, and motherfuckers like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, Black Doogie Howser.
Yeah. Dr. Kwali.
You know what it is. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. That's actually impossible.
Yeah,
That's
kinda.
not a doctor at all.
No. Do they still use pagers?
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. I totally saw a young lady or a lady in the ER with a pager. But I think it's like specifically for work because like
Yeah, no, but that's what pagers
yeah.
are for. Pagers were for doctors and drug dealers back in the day.
facts. But anyway, speaking of music,
Yeah.
so Drake was on he was on Twitch.
Drake?
Drake? No, but yeah, Drake was on Twitch.
Yeah.
And he was gambling because he does that a lot now. But he has like some kind of deal with Stake, which is like this gambling service. So I guess that's why
shit.
he's gambling so
Hell yeah.
much on his social media, so that we will also go gamble on Stake
With Drake.
with
Steak
Drake.
with Drake.
Steak with Drake. He probably has steak in steak. Drake probably has steak in steak.
He doing it for the equity.
Nah, I mean, but
Smart.
he was gambling and he won $12.9 million. So he was giving away money on Twitch to like people who are watching the Twitch.
Yo, I need to get on Twitch and start following Drake.
Right? But anyway, he also let something slip that there was probably going to be a big announcement on his Instagram Wednesday this week. So by the time you guys are watching this, this big announcement has probably already happened. And what people are speculating that the big announcement is going to be is he's going to be dropping Scary Hours 3, another project. So one of the things that we were talking about how Drake he had worked out some kind of new deal, and that might be why he was dropping more music. Turns out I got clarification on it. The new deal is he owns his masters going forward.
Oh,
So
that's
like
big.
the new shit. So like this, I think the first thing that's like all him
Yeah.
was this dance album that came out.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
So like that means whatever from streaming, he's getting that. And if he owns it, then I feel like he has more freedom as an artist. That's why, like, I feel like this dance album is probably something that he's wanted to do for a while because he's always dabbled in music like that. He's thrown a lot of those songs on previous projects, but it would just be one here, one there. So he did a whole album of that. That's probably something that he's wanted to do as an artist. You got the freedom, like you can do it. At this point, it's almost like how independent artists
Yeah.
do shit. Like,
Which is wild that he had all this success just for him to go backwards and just operate like an independent artist.
but that's it seems, but that's what a lot of these cats do. Like now
Yeah.
that you have the money and now that you have like you've earned that, had the machine behind you, you've earned them their money. Now it's like, all right, I can do what I want to do because earning them their money, they've paid me well, made me one of the biggest names out here to where now that I'm the top artist, whatever I put out is gonna get to everybody. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. I'm popular enough to where some people are just gonna like it just because it's me.
Yeah.
So like, we here now. Like, you know what I mean? So that's perfect. Like, good for Drake.
Yeah.
You know, and especially like if you have that artistic freedom, because I feel like I'm about to become more of a Drake fan than I've ever been, because one of my biggest criticisms of Drake previously, like if you go back and run the tape of me talking about CLB, it was just formulaic. It was the same thing that we've heard from Drake over and over and over, and I could see that being something that the label would want because they know like, hey, this is the formula, this works, it's gonna work every time,
Because that's how business is.
Yeah.
Like, I work in a corporate environment, and that's the shit is proven numbers, show us that it works, and then let's replicate it. That's how fucking business works.
Right.
So there's no room for like, oh yeah, do what you want to do. It's always fucking follow that path.
And so I was tired of it. I was like, yo, he keep doing this is the same Drake album. Like, we always get this. Is, you know, I'm over it. I wanted something else. I was expecting like some real fuck shit. And like, on this dance album, when you listen, if you actually listen to the lyrics and what he's saying, he's talking that fuck shit. The like lyrically, the content, even though it's not delivered in the normal, or it's not delivered how it was on CLB, like the stuff he was saying, that's like what I wanted him to say on CLB. I'm like, yes, thank you. And you gave it to me in like this house dance style. All right, cool. I'm vibing with it. It's summertime. Let's go. I'm with it. You know how sticky it gets? Pause.
That's me.
Yeah, but like, but yeah, man. So I'm with that. I think that's cool. So that's that was one thing that I did want to bring a little bit more clarity to, because that's something we had mentioned before. But yeah, I just think that's interesting going forward, and I wonder. Just kind of branching off from this a little bit, because there's something else that came up that was about music that I kind of wanted to bring up to you. So there's something going around where it's talking about how people, I've seen certain artists talk about this as well, but where people can invest into an artist's catalog. Kind of like stocks and bonds, right?
Where you buy the rights to songs,
I guess, yeah, or
royalties or whatever.
Yes, for royalties, and so you can own parts of songs and parts of shit into an artist catalog, and then make money together or whatever. But people, because they're also the percentages for songwriters royalties went up, so I think it's like about like 15% or something now, right? So
Way to go.
So writers are gonna be getting paid more. If you got your ASCAP, you got your BMI, and you make music, then hey, it's lit. We up.
Hell yeah.
So
Shit, I only make 5%. Damn.
yeah, right. It's up now. But anyway, recently in the past like couple years or so, there's been big artists selling their catalogs to companies.
Yeah.
Right? Like Lil Wayne sold part of his shit for like $100 million.
Damn.
There's like some other big names, they're escaping me at the moment, but there's other big names who their shit has been bought up recently, like from different genres.
Yeah.
Right? And these companies have been buying up these catalogs, and people have been like, yo, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
People have been kind of wondering, because like whenever there's a play like that going around, and like there has to be like something bigger to it, you know? Turns out that these companies might be buying up these catalogs because if this, because I think some people have been experimenting with it, like, or being like, hey, you can invest in the royalties on this project or whatever, and let's make money together, right? I'm not sure how exactly it works. We'll look it up and figure it out and talk about it on.
I'm so confused. What the fuck? Who's buying it up and what are they doing?
So it's it's these other companies. They're buying up people's catalogs.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that
they're selling it.
They're buying it from the artists.
Yeah.
Or
and then they're trying to get people to invest in it.
I think that that they're gonna try to roll out this whole invest in royalties thing.
It'll be like Robin Hood before music.
I think they're gonna try to roll this out as a thing, and then they already have all these catalogs for you guys to invest in.
You realize we have an opportunity before us now. We gotta do them jingles.
Yes.
We gotta make music for movies. Create some shit that is gonna get played as background for other shit, so that we get royalties for that shit.
Facts.
And then our fans out there watching us right now,
what's up, y'all?
When that shit go out, y'all can invest in it, and we can make money together.
Let's do it.
I think that's genius.
Yeah,
that's right up our alley. Murder, Payola. Oh no, you're Murder. I'm Payola.
Murder,
Payola.
Y'all know what the fuck going on.
Cash money.
Oh shit. Oh man, but
it might change. Like with that whole investment world, if that really comes to fruition and it becomes a normal thing and it's traded like stocks. Like companies get made just to get bought out by bigger companies.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't an artist become an artist to make music just so that their music can get played by Warner Brothers Productions for movies or something, you know, or for Marvel, you know? Like you would start catering your music to these types of mediums
so that they'll want to cash out,
so that the royalties will go up, so that the value of the song on the site that you got to pay to invest in goes up, so that your value, your equity in that song goes up. Like, I already see it.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be some charges coming out because every time there's a new opportunity to make money, somebody 100%. Figure out a way to play the system.
And we need to figure it out off camera, though.
Damn, Kwali.
Yeah, we gotta be them niggas. I'm tired of not being them.
True.
Shit.
Yo, if you got some insights, hit us up.
Yeah.
And if you the feds,
Do not
stay the fuck away from us because we ain't doing shit.
Yeah, we be chilling. Speaking of some folks that was not chilling, so there was a story that I told you about that I came across on Twitter. So the headline says, conversation with woman about tattoos led to deadly Newport News 7-Eleven shooting. So my man's, his name was Michael Fajon Jr., may he rest in peace. He was standing outside of a 7-Eleven in Newport News when a young lady walks past. They don't give her name. He started chopping it up with her about tattoos. Man was probably spitting some game. It sounded like maybe he was trying to say he was a tattoo artist. And he asked for her number. So...
Did she give it to him?
Yes.
Damn.
So she gave him her number.
Disrespect.
And then her boyfriend was across the way pumping gas. He sees the conversation and he's like, nah, fuck that. So then he comes up after the number is exchanged and he's like, yo, like, what the fuck you doing talking to my girl? Smacks my man's a couple of times and my man's... Yeah, a couple of times my man's like, yo, what the fuck? Like, he backs up, then he pulls out a gun. So they tussle a little bit and then he shoots my man's and my man's passes away.
Damn.
Now, outside of the gun violence of the situation, there's another part of the equation that caught my attention.
The powder blue dress.
Of course.
No, what was up?
But Shorty gave her number
Yeah.
to this nigga.
Yeah.
And her nigga was right across the way.
Yeah.
I
what I said.
have been in my lifetime self-proclaimed side nigga supreme.
Oh.
At this point in my life, I don't mind the role, but all parties need to be aware or like at least cool or like it's got to be like, you know what I mean? Like at this point, like, yo, honesty is the best policy because you never know how the other motherfucker is going to act. You feel me? Like I'm not like I ain't got nothing to hide, so I'm going to be honest with what I'm doing. You feel me?
Yeah.
At this point in life, right? So if you want me to come slide with you, like I can come slide with you. I don't care if you got a nigga, you feel me? To the women, you feel me? Like I don't care if she got a nigga, you feel me?
Yeah.
But like just make sure that nigga know about me or that like and like it's cool or like he ain't that type of nigga or like something like, you know what I'm saying? Because like
tell me he cripple.
Because the last thing I'm trying to do is like, okay, cool, we kicking it. I'm just chilling, smoking, and maybe we decided to like go get something to eat. Not even really going out for real. Like just like, yo, we gonna just grab some L&L and then slide back to your crib and do the nasty after we eat. But then like at the L&L, this motherfucker walked past and now it's a whole situation. Like,
yeah,
man, I'm not about to fight no nigga over no girl. No woman
that
like,
I just randomly met.
I'm not fighting no nigga over no woman, man. Like,
or that like just gave me her number even though she got a boyfriend.
Yeah, like
I definitely don't need to fight for her.
Yeah, like I'm like, nigga, if that's you, then that's you, nigga. I'm gone. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But then like some niggas ain't like this motherfucker wasn't gonna leave it at that. So I don't
understand that mentality. Like, how you get mad at the dude when the girl gave her number?
Because some motherfuckers is just crazy. Maybe crazy. Actually, crazy is the wrong word. Some motherfuckers is just idiots.
Maybe, yeah. I guess.
Like, cause like, what are you doing on it? Like, why you if you get like nigga, she out here giving out her number.
Then finish pumping your gas and leave, motherfucker.
Yeah, she out here giving out her number, and you right across the way. Like it's like nigga, she probably came with you.
What?
She probably came with him. The nigga who was pumping the gas, like she, right? The nigga,
yeah.
Because think
that's
about
what I'm
it,
saying.
right?
That's why
the nigga
I said
is standing
leave.
in front of the 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
She went in there to get her something out the 7-Eleven, and then you just give your number to the random nigga in front of the 7-Eleven. What the fuck going on? I'm pumping the gas. Why you giving out your number?
Yeah.
Like,
how does she do that without even thinking? Like, how do you date somebody without knowing their range of reactions?
Yeah, so like at that point,
she knew what she was doing. She set him up. She got to catch a charge, just like the boyfriend.
And at this point,
I'm trolling, like,
yeah. But my man's who went over there and actually shot the nigga. Like, yo, fam, like, worry about yourself, King. Like, she's out here just like giving out her number to the random niggas in front of the 7-Eleven. Like, who is this nigga? Why he in front of the 7-Eleven? He like, if the nigga in front of the 7-Eleven can get your girl's number just by talking about tattoos, worry about yourself, King.
Yeah.
You don't even need to go over there and end another black man's life.
Right?
I'm assuming that everybody's black. I ain't seen no pictures.
That's funny, because when I hear stories and there's no pictures, I assume everybody's Asian.
I'm just assuming these niggas is black because of the names and
what was the name?
My man's name was Michael Fajon Jr. And then
that's hella Asian.
And then the shooter's name was Divine Raheem Jackson.
Yeah, it's not Japanese.
And they're in Newport News, Virginia.
What you saying? It can't be Asians in Virginia?
No, there's definitely Asians in Virginia. I'm sure of it, but
they're not getting girls' numbers at 7-Eleven.
They might be, but I just think I believe that Newport News is a more heavily populated by black folk.
Oh,
that's my belief of the demographics. But I could be wrong.
I've never been there,
but I think that's what's going on.
Yeah. It's sad, man. It's sad to see. I seen another video. My homie, I don't know why he always send me this shit. I got a friend, he's a cop, and he be sending me like, he's my only friend that sends me videos like this, but he be sending me. Don't look at me like that. That's not.
What?
Hold on, let me explain. He be sending like videos of like violence, like when shit goes down.
I guess that's kind of better than what I was thinking.
Yeah, fuck you. But like when shit goes down, and I think he's just desensitized. You know what I mean? Like whatever the fuck he got to deal with and see on a daily basis, and I guess the way I view it is he wants to feel like he's not alone, so he's sharing some of this fucked up shit that he sees, but. For whatever reason, he always sees the most fucked up shit. Like, he sent me a video of a dude getting stabbed in the neck. Like, I guess there was like two guys like calling each other out, and there was about to scrap, and then one of the guys pulls out a knife.
Oh yeah, I saw this actually.
The like Australian dudes, yeah. Pulls out the knife and. He like
that's not a knife. This is a knife.
That was a movie. This is different.
Oh,
no. So the other guy's like, "Oh, you fucking pussy! You pull a knife." And so he like kind of like the guy starts to leave because he sees a knife initially, and then the guy puts his knife away, and he's like starting to walk away, and like you would think. Reasonable adult, like, all right, cool, it's over then. Like, let's go our separate ways. This motherfucker does not leave. He follows him, and then his buddy gets involved, and then the dude pulls the knife again and stabs the buddy in the neck, like
right in the shit,
artery slice.
Like he was leaking.
It was
Call the ambulance.
Yeah, I get wheezy like when I see my own blood.
And not Lil Wayne.
And I know, like, whenever I get a cut, I know if it's bad enough where I'm gonna like get woozy and start to pass out. So like I gotta lay down and shit. I saw his shit. I was like, oh, motherfucker, laying down not gonna help. It was bad, dude. Like it was crazy,
Yeah, shit was
and
crazy. We just said the same thing.
it just makes me think like, motherfuckers, like y'all had the opportunity to walk away, and I think like we're so used to a civil society, we forget what violence looked like. You know what I mean? Like real violence, not like I push you or someone bumped into me. Like real violence, like I want to kill you.
Yeah.
Like people, I think
The
people.
kingdom suffers violence, but the violent take it by force.
Yeah.
That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I just think people forget, and then they get caught up in some shit. They can't walk away, or for whatever reason they think they can't walk away. Their pride gets involved. They motherfucking. I don't like getting into fights because I don't know what motherfuckers carry.
Facts.
They saw the knife. They
Yeah.
knew what he had. They still went to him.
Right? Like in that one Dave Chappelle skit, he had Black Tony Blair and like played by Jamie Foxx, and he said, "We don't know what the nigga has."
Yeah, just like that. No, but
This time we did know what the nigga had.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of wild. I think there's another one he sent me. Might have been like from the Philippines or something. And it was some young kids, like teenagers, maybe like 14, 15. Two of them carrying machetes, chasing after this one kid. Gotta be like 11 or 12 years old. And this older kid jumps in. He looked like maybe he was like 14 or 15, like the same age as the other kids. He steps in. The guy swings a machete at him. He kicks him in the face and he drops him. The second guy jumps over him, tries to catch him. Same thing. He kicks him. He drops him. And I'm like thinking in my head, like, oh, this is some kung fu shit. Like he about to like kick some ass. Nah. They got up, realized this motherfucker was gonna try to kick him again. So when they swung it at him, instead of swinging at his face or his chest, they swung at his leg.
Oh shit! And cut his shit off.
It didn't fall off, but you could tell because as soon as like he stepped back, he just dropped. Like that shit must have cut through his muscle or some shit because he could not stand.
Cut his meniscus.
And it went from this kid stepping in to save this other kid, kicking motherfuckers in the face, to motherfucker on the ground like this.
To two dead kids.
I'm just like, bro, no, I don't even know what happened. I stopped watching after that. I was like, okay, no, I don't want to. That's enough for me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people don't know, like,
What the fuck can happen?
what shit looks like when motherfuckers get real. So just gotta like be smart and be willing to walk away.
This kind of makes me think of something else that we had talked about previously on the podcast and just like amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to motherfuckers having guns.
Okay.
Like, shit, I plan on purchasing myself. But I feel like there are regulations there should be regulations on the types of guns that we can get, which there are some. But I feel like, too many motherfuckers, like assault rifles, I feel like I don't really think that we need those.
No, we don't have those.
Not here.
What? No, they're illegal. like statewide or like countrywide.
Or well, how these cats getting the AKs?
I don't think AKs are banned. I think full automatic are banned.
Okay,
It's considered like military grade.
what are the joints that they're doing the like who or what are they doing the shootings with?
Oh, so here's the tricky part is you can convert guns to like be automatic fire. So it's really not the type of gun because they call them assault rifles is the terminology, but you can have legal assault rifles that only shoot one bullet at a time.
Okay.
But you can also convert it to shoot multiple.
Okay.
Like do the automatic fire. But they make all kinds of guns with automatic fire. It's not legal. That's where the tricky part comes in. Well, there's a lot of complexity here for like because I'm politically speaking, if I had to put myself in a camp, I'm probably a tribal anarchist. Like, I don't give a fuck about government. We shouldn't have nobody telling us what to do. We got problems. We deal with it within our communities. Like, that's how I think shit should be handled.
I also agree mostly with that. But I feel like at this point, just with like, motherfuckers, then how many schools then got shot up? How many like events then got shot up? Like at this point, it's just like, all right, man, like we've tried to just go ahead and figure it out ourselves. So maybe like let's just put this across the board for a while and see if this stops that problem. And then
I get that, and I think so. It's one of the things is like that's my kind of like political center. Like just generally, I enjoy freedom, and I prefer having a more like tribal based society. Like your opinion matters if you're in my vicinity, but if you're thousands of miles away, it kind of matter a little less. So the thing is, I agree with that. Like the fact, to me, my perspective on this is having guns legal is you're just gonna have that risk. And I used to think like, oh well, everybody should just have a gun so that way they can protect themselves. And to some extent, I still believe that. Like we shouldn't have, I don't feel like as a population, if we had that type of society, that we should have problems getting guns. But with the issue of like mass shootings, if that's a problem, which it is, it's hard to deny that other countries where guns are not as easy to get, having less, like drastically less mass shootings. That's not a coincidence. Like, it's just a fact.
Or like maybe not necessarily, maybe we don't even have to put a ban on guns. Just make it like a little bit harder to just go and cop the shit.
I mean, in the ideal world,
isn't there what do they do in Japan?
No, they don't got guns in Japan.
Or
I don't even think the cops carry guns in Japan. They got like batons and shit.
I feel like there's some country where like you got to go through like a psych evaluation and like
motherfuckers, we can't even put our cops through psych evaluations. How we gonna put general public who want to buy a gun through psych evaluations?
Well, I mean, I feel like we need to do a whole bunch of shit with the cops
on
too.
Their like physical fitness. You know what I mean?
Well, but I mean, I feel like there's a bunch of shit that should get overhauled, especially with the police. Like that can.
I'm not saying shit got to be overhauled. I'm saying we got to pick our battles, and it's just kind of. It's hard. It's complex. It's one of these things we can't do.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, yeah, it's hard, but I also feel like, we need, like, maybe we should try some shit. Because, like, we've
tried shit. So if you look at it, we in Hawaii, right? We're a democratic state.
Yeah.
Like, guns are illegal, but they're not easy to get. I mean, you got to go through certification and get your license. And I know it's like that other places, but I know it's a little bit more challenging here.
Right.
We don't just have like gun stores all over the place. You can't just go to Walmart or whatever and get some shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's a little different. So, I mean, how many mass shootings do we have here? We've had a few.
Yeah.
I think like every 5 to 10 years we see somebody go crazy who got some guns or something.
Yeah.
I guess it is,
but
it's also hard because we're getting media from all over the place, though. Right? So we group a country like ours together, but is the population equivalent, like per capita or whatever? You know what I mean? It's
like,
just a lot to look at.
I feel like we're chill here, right?
For the most part, I feel like it's pretty chill here.
I never, like, I'm never worried anywhere I go here about getting shot. Like, that's not a real
stabbed, maybe.
Yeah. I'm way more concerned and have my eyes open about getting stabbed than I have ever thought about getting shot here.
Although we've had some shit start happening with stick-up kids out at the mall, Kamakana.
Yeah.
Like, what was that, like a year or two ago?
Yeah. But, like, yeah, there's stuff that happens, but even with that, like, it hasn't started becoming frequent enough to me to where I'm, like, concerned about, like, oh, I don't want to go over there. They be shooting over there.
That's true.
Like, you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like we're good, but then there's other states where their laws are strict, but because there's other states around them that have different laws, it's easier for guns to get in there. Like, I think Illinois has pretty strict gun laws.
Yeah.
But people always talk about Chicago. How do so many guns get into Chicago? Because so many of these guns are coming in from Indiana.
Oh, shit.
Like,
I never thought about that. You know, we isolated. We on an island. It's so different.
Yeah, so for us, like, I think that helps us being out here and having the strict gun laws, because, like, if a gun is going to come here from somewhere else, it's got to go through a boat. It's got to fly here. Something.
Bro, I don't know if you changing my mind on this. I feel like I'm going back to give everybody a fucking gun. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's just some wild shit that.
Yeah, but I feel like they're like we definitely got to start thinking of different solutions and shit like that.
I know.
I don't want to have, like, I think of my kid, like, I don't want them to be still talking about, okay, what are we gonna do about this shit that, like, nigga, my
having metal detectors in his high school.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my fucking grandparents was talking about was out here marching and doing the shit about the police. Why the fuck I had to go to a march?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, nigga,
make fighting cool again.
Yeah. Just, I don't know, man.
Quit shooting.
Yeah, quit the shooting. Y'all gotta relax.
And stabbing. That shit's scary as fuck.
Stabbing. Just, like, chill out, man. Like, nigga, smoke some weed. Be some fucking friends. Nigga.
Oh, that's it right there. We got the fix. We got the cure all. Legalize it.
Oh, weed every day. Yeah, man. I don't know what the fuck wrong with these niggas, man. Relax.
I think there was before we move off topic, I think that question, I think that there's something genetically in us that some people don't find their way towards, and sometimes the wrong people find themselves in those situations. So, like, back in the day, we had, like, tribes and warriors, motherfuckers that would be prepared to fight and kill motherfuckers. Like, that was their job, and they trained and they lived that shit. Nowadays, we got a military recruiting high school kids that play video games, and they think they want to go do that shit.
Yeah.
Like military shit is rough psychologically on people. We talked about it with Eddie. Not everybody's built for that.
Right.
And I think there's a lot of motherfuckers that was built for that, not in that. Or they doing it on the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't have the systems in place to determine who was built for that.
Shit, you
People
know
just
what? That's
kind of
real
end.
shit. I
People
think the
just
niggas
end
who-
up where they end up.
Yeah, I think
shit
there's
get
some
wild.
real soldier niggas who is street soldiers.
Yeah, 100%. Athletes even.
Yeah.
Some of these motherfuckers is athletes and they're just ultra competitive. They fighting for the life every time they play a game. They supposed to be killing motherfuckers.
Shit, we like think about a motherfucker like Mike Tyson. Like when he was in his prime.
Oh yeah. It's just different types of humans.
Yeah, that motherfucker
man.
like Mike Tyson was an actual warrior. Like the nigga was like really a gladiator.
Yeah.
Damn, all right, nah,
Yeah.
that's some real shit right there, actually.
And I mean, what the fuck are we gonna do, right? Like,
Shit,
aside from government intervention, like,
Michael Jordan.
yeah, that motherfucker would have been
Michael
a killer.
Jordan was a killer. Kobe.
He'd have been, yeah, 100%.
Damn. That's some real shit.
And we've been talking about fighters, like, you know, I follow like UFC and shit. There's hella fighters that would have been fucking mad warriors.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Don't get it twisted just because you practice fighting.
No, yeah,
Don't
there's
mean-
some cats who just have like that different level of competitiveness that can just like, and I feel like that's, you know what I mean? They're just gonna do shit different.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jordan was an asshole. I feel like if he was allowed to kill motherfuckers on the court, he
Yeah.
probably would have killed
If
motherfuckers
it meant
on
winning
the
or
court.
losing,
He would have killed a motherfucker. Like if they
Yeah.
was like, nigga, kill this nigga and that's how you win the championship. Niggas was gonna die.
yeah. And people don't think about that shit. People think so we talk about like the last episode, we all won. Yeah, we are, but some motherfuckers gotta do some shit. They got some shit in them, and that was developed over generations to protect the society.
Got that dog in him.
I think there's a term for that too. There's a dog, sheep, and wolf, right? I think it was a military thing. It was talking about like the dog runs with the wolves, so he protects the sheep, like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But it's like a perspective of motherfuckers who understand the human psyche and what it takes to fight a war. That's why they come up with that terminology. Like that's what it is. Some people is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some people will just fucking kill. Some people is just gonna take advantage.
Yeah. Some
It's wild.
motherfuckers has some shit a little bit off up here.
Yeah, shit is crazy.
That's what I saw this little documentary on YouTube. We won't go too much into it because we'll be here for like another hour. But it was talking about like a child killer, and so this girl,
Like Sierra Leone.
no, like this. It was like a little girl, and she was like a sociopath. Like and she.
So not like Leon the Professional.
No, like she
Damn.
was she had tried to kill her parents, and like she would draw pictures of like, you know, talking about killing them and stuff. So they had they have like this whole conversation with the kid talking to the psychologist on YouTube. I'll send it to you.
Oh shit, that's wild. That's
But
crazy.
yeah, it was just trippy. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, as early as like 5 years old, like this kid was trying to murder.
There's something in him.
Like, you know what I mean? It was already just like that's where they were. I was just like, damn, that is some wild shit. But but it turns out those weren't her actual parents. They had adopted the girl, and then like they ended up having to put a lock on their door because she was like trying to come get them and shit like that. Turns out that they got her from the foster system, but she had been abused as like a baby. So like
She just projected that onto them, the parents. And I was like, I'm gonna kill them.
I mean, it wasn't so much like that, but I get whatever from that abuse and just whatever happened to her, like she was just already like on some other shit. So she just needs help,
Yeah.
like professional help.
That's a whole nother fucking rabbit hole.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit was crazy. It was pretty sad.
Yeah.
But you know, let's try to not end so sad.
I got another thing for you. It's not as deep, but it's still kind of on a serious note. We're on TikTok trying to like get shit popping. So if you got a TikTok, go look for us. We post videos there weekly. There's just clips from the show. I try to highlight some of the funny shit and then some of the serious conversations we have.
Yeah.
There was a clip from last week where we were talking about the word Oriental. And I was debating between that one and the person of color one, which I was kind of clowning on. Like it wasn't super serious for me. I know you shared some input, but I ended up going with the Oriental because I feel like that's not a question that gets asked very often.
Yeah.
Like as far as like things that I've watched and seen, like that's just not a thing that comes up.
Right.
So I figured it was worth discussing and worth sharing with everybody. And basically it came down to like, I don't fuck with it. It's kind of an old term. I said it makes me think of furniture. And there was some Asian people on TikTok that fuck with that. And they're like, I'm not an inanimate object, you know? So shout out to y'all. Like you get where I'm coming from. That's why I'm trying to share that shit. But there were some interesting comments too. And like, I try not to pay no mind to the comments, but I thought it was worth bringing up. Dude said there, maybe I just shouldn't talk because I don't want to offend anybody. And I thought this was interesting for a couple of reasons. And it gave me a couple of like just automatic reactions to it. Like, first off, yeah, if you can't speak without consideration for other people, then maybe don't fucking talk.
Yeah.
But also, like, nah, motherfucker, just talk more. Just try to talk to people that don't look like you and maybe don't think like you. And
Not
like,
and
learn to understand them and like,
not just talk more, but also listen.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like if you're like, oh, if that's what you're getting from it, like, oh, maybe I just shouldn't talk because everybody's getting pissed off. Like, then it sounds like maybe you're not listening to the whys. Maybe.
I was thinking talk because he gotta get put on his ass. Like say what you think. Let your friend tell you why that's fucked up. Think about it. Have a conversation. And make sure you're talking to somebody that you love. Like somebody you care about.
Yeah.
Because that's the only way you're gonna try to find that common ground or understand where they're coming from. Like and it's not even that critical. Like I'm not saying like I'm gonna go home and cry at night because somebody called me Oriental.
Oh yeah, no.
Like shit is just the way it is. I'm just saying if I had a choice, I wouldn't pick it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Fucking, I don't give a fuck. Call me whatever you want. You can make up a name for me. I'll make one up for you. Like fucking whatever the fuck you come at me with, I'm gonna come back with it. It is what it is. But if that's your genuine reaction, yeah, shut the fuck up.
Scrotum eyes.
If you really wanna understand what's happening, then talk and listen.
Yeah.
Engage with motherfuckers. Like be open to it. Like I think that the shit that bothered me, and we talked about it with the people of color thing or person of color thing, was the generalization without like consideration for like the specifics, like the idea that you're just gonna label them this because they're not white. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not so much that you're labeling me something. Like there's a hella labels and names for shit. It's just like, why is that the determining factor? Like why when I fill out some government forms, does the shit ask me if I'm Hispanic before it asks me if I'm any other race? Mm-hmm. My last name Oliveros. I didn't even get to the Pacific Islander line. I gotta say if I'm Hispanic or not. I'm like, are they even gonna count me as Asian Pacific Islander if I check Hispanic? Like I don't get why there's this whole weird differential. Just why wouldn't it just ask me what I am? You know what I mean? It's just this weird thing. Like I feel like motherfuckers be marginalized their whole life and kind of put in a box. And like I know for me being here, especially being here in Hawaii, and not seeing that representation, I don't feel like I've definitely gone through a identity crisis. And I've just kind of had to figure it out and just be happy with who I am and proud of the shit that I'm into. And sometimes it's just funny because the shit I'm into is hella Asian. So,
Hey, man.
you know, like, fuck it.
Sometimes it happens.
That's my
like
shit.
That's my shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought about that Gwen Stefani. Shout out to Gwen Stefani.
Yeah. Friend of the show.
Yeah. I'll let Gwen Stefani pull up on me with a gun.
Oh. Oh.
I like the second oh.
This is going somewhere else.
Oh.
Is she barefoot?
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, and she has the brunette hair, like in the video Cool.
Ooh.
After all that we've been through,
Yeah.
I know what cool. Do. She was. All right, so we're going to end it here, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. Shout out to Eddie.
Yeah.
And we'll see you guys next week. What's Eddie's line?
Here's our outro.